The Texas Rangers have been a mess in recent years. It's no secret, and it all started after Josh Donaldson slid in safely to end their season in the 2016 ALDS. Since then, the team hasn't sniffed the playoffs, watched a number of their star players leave, watched Adrian Beltre retire, and overall it just hasn't been a great time in Arlington, Texas. Over in Houston, Texas, the Astros have been a juggernaut ever since 2017, making the postseason every year since then, taking home 4 pennants and 2 World Series titles. The most the Rangers have had to combat that is a nice new shiny ballpark. It is cool, but at the end of the day, nobody really cares unless they win. The fans know that, the players know that, we all know that, but most importantly, the team knows that, and things seem to be changing a little bit, going in an upward trend. Last offseason, the Rangers spent $500 million on their middle infield, giving Corey Seager $325 million to be their shortstop, and Marcus Semien $175 million to be their second baseman. Didn't really do much, as the team ended up finishing in 4th place with 94 losses, firing manager Chris Woodward and longtime front office leader John Daniels before the season even ended. Both Seager and Semien didn't have great years, and 2022 ended up just being a lousy time for the Rangers and their fans. With that said, there were still some bright spots for the lesser talented Texas team in 2022. After an abysmal start to the year, Marcus Semien had a really good 4 months to finish things off. Nathaniel Lowe was really good, and as far as the pitching went, Martin Perez had an incredible year, throwing almost 200 innings with a sub-3 ERA. John Gray was decent, with the bullpen actually having some strong pieces. Again though, the season was bad overall, like really bad. So what now? Money, spending. But before that, the Rangers needed a new manager. So they got a new manager, bringing Bruce Bochy out of retirement. So now that that was out of the way, it was time to add some talent. The biggest thing the Rangers needed was some pitching. Like I said before, Marcus Semien had a much better 4 months after his horrific 2 months at the plate. Corey Seager, although having a down year overall, is in the same boat as Semien heading into 2023. Both middle infielders were not at their best last season, but it's not a hot take to expect much better seasons for them next year. So you have them two, Nathaniel Lowe, Dolis Garcia. I mean, the lineup has potential. It may not be elite, but it has potential. If you give this team a better pitching staff, they could be solid. So that's what the front office has decided to do up until this point in the offseason. To kick things off, they'd take Dayton Moore away from the Kansas City Royals organization to be their new senior advisor of baseball operations, while grabbing Mike Maddox from the St. Louis Cardinals to be their new pitching coach. And that's when the player shopping began. Before I get any further, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Over 75% of my watch time has been from people who aren't subscribed, so hit that button along with the bell for post notifications. Okay, back to the video. In early December, after rumors of star pitcher Jacob deGrom wanting to play in Texas, the two sides agreed to a 5-year deal worth $185 million to be their new ace. About a week later, they'd sign lefty starter Andrew Heaney to a 2-year deal worth $25 million. Much more of a low-key under-the-radar move, but one that has the potential to work wonders. And then you have the latest signing, with the Rangers snatching Nathan Eovaldi from the Boston Red Sox for a 2-year deal worth $34 million with an option for a 3rd year along with performance bonuses. So that's 3 good adds to the Rangers rotation, one that already had a couple of bright spots. Jacob deGrom is of course now the best pitcher in that rotation, with the big question everyone will be asking is how many starts you can actually get out of him. How healthy will he be? Obviously that's going to be a concern, but at the end of the day, deGrom did finish out 2022 strong without any health issues, really, so hopefully he'll be fine. As for Heaney and Eovaldi, I love those moves for Texas. The rotation now looks like this: Jacob deGrom, Martin Perez, John Gray, Nathan Eovaldi, Andrew Heaney, and Jake Odorizzi. Another addition the Rangers made, this time via a trade. That's a really solid group of starting pitchers. There's still a little bit of work that needs to be done with this team as a whole, but at the end of the day, one thing is clear, which is that the Texas Rangers want to win. They want blood. They want to take back Texas. The Houston Astros have been running things for a while now, and look like they're going to continue to do so. So hats off to the Rangers ownership group for taking out the checkbooks and having no issue signing some of the game's best players over the last calendar year. It really has been a minute since the Rangers last had success on the field. In fact, the last time they made the postseason, back in 2016, was the last time the Astros missed out on the postseason. So yeah, that's how you know it's been a while. Who knows if this experiment and spending spree will work? Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll blow up in their faces, but for the time being, it's nice to see them try to build a winning team, and it'll be interesting to see what happens starting in 2023. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.